Hey everyone, Mike here today with some thoughts here on Shapes. This is a neat, puzzle slash factory kind of game where we're gonna have to combine different colors and different shapes and manipulate them around, and pretty much all there is to it. Now I'm gonna point here that there is a puzzle DLC. The base game is more of a sandbox game, so the puzzle DLC does come nice and handy if you want to play some more kind of specific challenges. And then they're also developing a sequel to this as well. So also worth pointing out if you do find this kind of neat and interesting. So I talked about shapes and colors. So you'll see there are gray patches here with different shapes. So there's squares. We zoom out a little bit, there are circles, and there's stars as well. Some of the shapes will be a combination as well. And I can also do that on my own if I wanted to. Anyways, with that said, there's also red, green, and blue. But there are different colors if you mix them together, right? So here we're mixing blue and red to get a magenta. Further up here, we're mixing blue and green to get kind of a teal aqua color. And not had to do yellow yet, but that's presumably going to be coming up next. I've not had to do white either, actually, come to think of it. But anyways, if we go back to our hub here, there's a couple things to note. We need to deliver this particular symbol that'll unlock the next tool, which is a chaining extractor. We'll see what that does. And you can also keep delivering existing shapes. I've had to deliver most of these, not all of them. I haven't delivered this one yet. Or I haven't done this red one either. But if you deliver enough of each of these resources, or you already have enough in stock, you can speed up certain actions, right? So belt distributors and tunnels, you can speed up extraction, you can speed up cutting, rotating, stacking, or mixing and painting. So it is kind of worthwhile to do the upgrades. But if I look at this picture here, this aqua star was the thing I just unlocked. The unlock before that was this magenta circle, and then all of these shapes I've previously done. So the game does tell you at the beginning, like, hey, whatever you do, like, don't necessarily take it down. Like, it's going to be useful because you're probably going to need that resource to get the next tier. But having said that, you'll probably want to optimize because you're going to run out of space. So anyways, we need to do a combination here of part of these teal stars and part of a green circle. So we got circles down here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a new path. Well, we'll do the new set of machines. I'm not going to pull some of these teal some of these teal stars off to use them. We'll do another batch. All right, so got a basic extractor here. I'm gonna move stuff kind of down here just to give myself a little bit more room. So we got that. We'll need some blue. Yeah, let's start with the star first. So we'll extract some blue here. We'll extract some green. I can hold shift to go into this planning mode, which makes it a little bit cleaner to pre-plan and draw out stuff. That way if you do a mistake, well, it's very easy to correct. Yeah, I don't know if I think 1-to-1 is... Yeah, you see it's kind of backing up gradually. That's fine for what we need. So yeah, this combines colors. We'll then paint the parts. The painter here is always going to be awkward to use because the paint comes in from the side. I could flip it, But it's always awkward because, as you can see up here, I've got two of them side by side, and so I have to use a tunnel to bring the color in the middle, or you have to use a tunnel and bring it up and around. So it's kind of an intentional move to try and make it a little awkward. So you always have to plan that stuff. But anyways, so yeah, we've got our aqua stars. Now, I only need half the shape. So what we can do is we can cut it. And oh, the cutter only cuts top to bottom. Interesting. I would have thought it would cut with the orientation was in. Yeah, because I would have thought same way this way. Yeah, okay. I only get a left and a right, regardless of what way around it is. That's fine. That just means we'll have to rotate a little bit more. Alright, so yeah, we got our two cuts. And I believe it's clockwise. Should give us that. Oh no, yeah, that's right, I want counterclockwise. It's the bottom bit. And then this one clockwise. Oh, right. It didn't remember. Or it did remember, rather. Alright, so we got the right pieces. So, yeah, that's not too bad. You know, we're not necessarily wasting stuff. By default, when you first start, the game kind of is like, hey, you could just scrap, you know, what you don't need. Well, it turns out you can use it because you can rotate them. So we got that bit. Now we need the green circles. Go ahead and do that. We'll do the same process as here. We'll get some circles up and around. Then we'll split them, align them, combine them, I guess, on one belt. And then, whoops. So you can see how it's very easy to go diagonally and start doing messes. If you go with the planning tool like this, it's much easier to actually get your belts around and get them all sorted out without actually making mistakes. The reason it's easy is because it's also left mouse to click and drag and right click to undo stuff. So that's why you might see me occasionally do this, because I didn't right click yet, or, you know, it's one of those silly things of like, oh yeah, it's just me being dumb. It happens. Best of us. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint, and we'll choose. Well, I guess it doesn't matter which one we choose. We'll choose this one, and then do this, this. Flip it around, get our cut done, and this will be a left to right situation. And so we want clockwise, counterclockwise. Excellent. And then there's a stamping tool, or a stacking tool rather, that's what it's called. So we'll put this one here. We'll use this. So I can use a balancer. You can put two things down, have one out. You can have one in and two out. It'll kind of figure it out on its own. Or you can also go for the compact version. So this one here will combine both of them and only takes one spot. So it's pretty handy to have. The only downside is sometimes you don't get the one you want, because there are limitations with placement and stuff. But, you know, at the end of the day, it works. So there you go. We got the shape that we need. And since this belt is not completely full, and I don't need that many of these basic shapes, what I'll do is I'll take one of the extractors out, and then I'll bring this thing around and merge it into that belt. So we'll take advantage of our landing tool. It's smart enough to do? No. That would have been kind of cool, to be fair. Oops. Wrong way around. There you go. Correct way around now. There is an arrow that shows up that you're paying attention. So these tunnels actually do have a limited distance, so it's not like you can just slap them around wherever you want. You do have to keep them somewhat short. And also right-clicking on a tile deletes it. Okay. Excellent, that's what we want. And there you go. So we gotta deliver 1,000 of these. And as you could probably tell, we're not making very many of them. And so it'll take a while to fill it out. So another thing the game does tell you at the beginning is like, hey, this is not an idle game. Like, you really want to try and speed things up if at all possible. And so as you can see here, well, we're backed up everywhere. And so we could probably do 2 of these and not actually combine the belts. So let's do that. Take the combination off. I'll do one up here, one down here. I'll do little one of these things. I could save myself a tiny bit of trouble by doing it this way. Then come back up and around. Oops. Like that. And then this one can go up here. This one can go down here. And then we can recombine them. That. Alright, so we're already twice as fast. And then you repeat this a couple more times if you really want to go real crazy with your optimizations. And that's the game in a nutshell, I suppose. You know, it's kind of cool. It's pretty fun so far. I enjoy the fact that it is really just a sandbox. And like, if you want room, you know, you got tons of room, so you can make up all the room you want. It's not like you're dealing with money, time, space constraints, or anything like that. You're just dealing with committing to building something, really. And yeah, that's not too bad. So if I really wanted to speed this up, I would probably... I could easily double the coloring part here. Because these things are kind of slow. Or I could go the other way and actually speed up the mixing and painting. And so maybe not a bad idea to try and make whatever that shape is. This like pinwheel looking shape. If I had to guess, am I doing a square? Now you can actually click on this. Oh, there's no layers. Okay, if you click on this one. Oh, okay, there's... There you go. Okay, this one shows the layers as they're stacked on top of each other. This one is not a layer. It's an actual shape. Is there a triangle that I don't know of? Or is it the... No, but it doesn't look like the star. I actually don't know what shape that would be. I see one down here. Huh. Unless I have to cut the shape out. But you can definitely do that. You can cut and then slice again. and then restock them up together if you wanted to. And actually, this is probably the place to do it, because I've got 4 of them I can easily do. We've got red, and then we'd have to just ship him to the base. Unless there's one closer by. There's one here. Actually, this one's not too bad. It's got 2 of them already. That'd actually be probably pretty quick to do it there. And we can pick up the red on the way down. They're not anywhere else. Yeah, you can kind of see where this game's going. It's, like I said, pretty neat. It's not too difficult, not too challenging. It's just a nice little relaxing game, which, I don't know, some people really like that. Oh yeah, that's right, there's multiple patches too. As I say, oh, I've got 4 different, no, I could totally just run 2 of these and be like, alright, this one, snip, snip, snip. Oh, it comes out of each end. Cool. Well, we could trash this side. And I forgot to pin it. Oh, it's the star. Here, let's just pin it. Just the pinning process is going to probably take long enough to where I can do this. We'll take the other one. We'll do 2 spins. And we'll stack them. There you go. And then I can paint them red. Yeah, you can see how this becomes actually a very quick process to figure out some of this stuff. It's just the challenge is then how do you speed this up? Because this is going to be a slow process. Like, yeah, okay, this is not too bad. The problem is, I want to do new marker. Oh, it's because I'm right clicking. Duh. That's probably been the biggest thing so far is I right click when I shouldn't be, or I left click when I shouldn't be. Not a problem, it's just me playing too many different games and not getting used to each of the different control styles that each of them offer. We could do that. Yeah, like I said, this is not going to be very quick at all. And so ideally, I would probably want to make a couple more of these, and to scale it up, it's just a matter of copy pasting what I did here a couple more times, recombining, and then resplitting out before coloring. And there you have it. Anyways, Shapez. I don't know. I played for about an hour. It's been pretty fun so far. I'm interested in seeing what they do with the sequel, what they change, if anything's different. I know it is 3D from the quick video I saw. I didn't look at it beyond that. But at least for this game, if you are interested, it's not very expensive. It is a $9.99 US or a $11.99 Canadian. It is one of those fairly inexpensive games. It's been 30% off, so hey, if you pick it up during a sale, it is pretty cheap. And with that said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time with something else.